Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's ADSL focus match between Nuesoft FC and Inkhead.com, played at Silverbacks Park in Dorville, Georgia. The setup of this game is significant for both clubs, but for vastly different reasons. Inkhead are looking for silverware for the first time in club history since earning promotion to Division 1 several seasons ago. Though currently in third place, Inkhead do have a game in hand over Melchester and Georgia Tech FC, who are just in front of them in the D1 table. New hope abounds for Nuesoft FC, who have been updated by the league with the fact that only one team will be relegated this year, with the hope of bringing up two from Division 2 for next season, which will give Division 1 10 teams again for the 2013 and 14 season. What this means for Nuesoft is that certain relegation is replaced with a vicious two-team battle to stay up between them and AC Majestic. Positive points here would go a long way to giving them the confidence to finish strongly for the end of this season. Inkhead were dominant in possession early on as Nuesoft attempted to keep the Inkhead attack in containment. It was always going to be a difficult task though, as Inkhead has one of the most dominant attacks in all of the ADSL. Nuesoft's early resistance did not last long, however. In this sequence, Inkhead takes advantage of a midfield interception, and Jordi Broder managed to stay on side as he was put through and got the better of the Nuesoft back line. Nuesoft failed to close him down, and Broder used his left foot to convert a long-distance shot for a 1-0 lead. At this point, there seemed to be no stopping Inkhead. Shortly after that first goal, Inkhead were attacking again, this time from a corner, when Todd Gisbert was first to the ball to make it 2-0, and a mountain for Nuesoft already to climb to get back in this match. It was clear from the early going why Inkhead.com are contenders for a double title this year in the ADSL. Relentless was the assault on the Nuesoft goalmouth. Here, the Nuesoft keeper did well to keep out a third, but more misery was to come for them. The continued Inkhead pressure paid off again just before half. It was another break after another interception of poor Nuesoft passing that was the gift. Broder was slotted in with a square pass and rolled in a third for a great lead going into the half for Inkhead.com. It was clear Nuesoft were in for a long afternoon.
3-0, stoppage time, first half. Inkhead in the lead over Nuesoft.
The second half brought more of the same, and here a rather unusual fourth, as Broder managed to curl in a shot directly from a corner with a lot of help from a deflection from the goalkeeper. Broder had his hat trick, and nothing was bouncing Nuesoft's way at all today. Nuesoft was desperate in their defending all afternoon and would have given up more here if not for another wonderful double save from Nuesoft's keeper. Damage control was now the word of the day for Nuesoft, but Inkhead surely wanted to work on their goal difference for the title race to come. Rarely were Inkhead without the ball in attack, and Nuesoft, who played well at times on the day, just had no answer for so many weapons being thrown at them. Here, again, Inkhead get in with a chance, but the ball comes off of the bar. Nuesoft did have the rare occasion to get forward, but when they did manage a bit of pressure toward the Inkhead goal, Inkhead's back line dealt with the pressure comfortably. Inkhead's keeper, Will Alexander, only mildly troubled here, largely had a quiet day. Nuesoft's best chance of the day came from a set piece, but the free kick effort here in the second half was just over the bar, and the pressure afterward returned against Nuesoft. With Nuesoft wilting under the Inkhead attack, there was no mercy from Inkhead as Brandon Jones moved in brilliantly for the team's fifth and his first of two on the day. I'm sure now Nuesoft just wanted this day to end, but there was still a bit to do. Here, after a shot in from the wing, there was a bit of a scrum in front of the goal. Franz Parkins was given credit for the final touch, and 6 goals had now been scored by Inkhead, but there was still more to come. The 7th was a thing of beauty for Inkhead. Todd Gesper called for and then got the ball in a prime position behind the Nuesoft back line and dispatched a beauty from long range, 7-0 and almost full time. But there was still time for one more from Inkhead and my personal favorite on the day. Brendan Jones got on the ball after Nuesoft were dispossessed again, and Jones then proceeded to bob and weave Lionel Messi-like as he single-handedly sealed the victory with a brilliant 8th.
8-0.
And the final score, Nuesoft FC 0, Inkhead.com 8. A brilliant result for Inkhead.com, who continue to put pressure on the two teams in front of them and didn't do their goal difference any harm in the process. Nuesoft FC's heavy loss is only softened by the fact that the other relegation-threatened team, AC Majestic, also lost 3-0 to Melchester Wings, keeping them as favorites for the drop from D1. Other results include Majestic hammering FC Liljan 7-1 and FC Brookhaven continuing their fine form by defeating Sting Goal 3-1. As far as the top half of the D1 league table, Inkhead remain in great shape for the final matches to come with the game in hand, with both Georgia Tech FC and Melchester well within striking distance. In the bottom half, the positions remain unchanged with both teams losing on the day, but with only 1 point separating these clubs, the relegation race could go right on till the last game of the season. That's all we have for you in this week's ADSL match report, but check back with us next week for another focus match. Don't forget to check out our weekly ADSL online magazine. To obtain a copy, go to our main website and click on the subscription link on the right side of the main page, and you'll begin to receive our regular online magazine right to your email box. Now, as we close out another week of coverage, relive this ADSL focus match with match photography from Images Frozen in Time Photography.